Welcome to Inside Lacrosse TV, back here in the Under Armour building in Baltimore with Paul Rabil. And Paul, let's talk a little about the MLL. You're playing for the Boston Cannons now, midfield there. When you were coming to college, there were still some questions about the professional game, kind of the viability, but now it's become a lot more entrenched. And how often this summer have you had some time to step back and say, hey, I'm becoming a lacrosse professional?
I've had a few times to think about that. You know, it's awesome playing in Boston. You know, the fan support there is one of the best in the league, which is just the greatest part about it. And you know, Coach Billy Day is an awesome guy. My teammates are great. You know, it's a unique situation. None of the guys on the team have been to Hopkins at all, so I'm the only Hopkins guy out there. A lot of Virginia guys, and so it's fun. It's fun doing that and playing with them and playing with that kind of talent. So I've had a good time doing it, enjoying the traveling thus far, and I'm looking forward to more of it.
What kind of honor was it to be picked #1 overall in the draft this year? I know you didn't win the Tewaaraton, but was that sort of a salve for that?
Yeah, it was a huge honor, especially, you know, you hear all the media attention given to the deepest class that's been into the MLL, and you know, I think I can attest to that just playing with a lot of these guys. You know, some of them on my team, Steve Pizer and Matt Bachler, who are having successful campaigns. You know, Matt Danowski and Stephen Brooks and all those guys are just phenomenal players. Played against them on a weekly basis in the season, and then we see them in the off season. So, you know, you learn about these guys, you know them, and it's just, you know, it's an honor to be picked one.
Mary, you alluded to your teammates a little bit earlier on Boston. How exciting is it to play with those guys like Mikey Powell, someone who's so dynamic, Johnny Christmas, who's really got a lot of athleticism, and then a defensive end, Kip Turner, and guys like that?
Yeah, it's great. You know, the first thing that I always say when people ask me about the league is just, it's awesome. There's so much talent. You know, you're playing with a bunch of first-team All-Americans, and these guys can do things that I've never seen before. So it's just, you know, it's a great experience. It's a lot of fun, and I'm learning as I'm going.
What's the toughest adjustment you've had to make so far?
Toughest adjustment is probably staying in shape. You know, believe it or not, this league is fast, and well, everyone knows that, but it's tiring. You know, the games are long, and you know, there's only 18 people on the roster. The first time I stepped out against New Jersey, I kind of looked behind me and saw a really thin bench, and I was like, oh, it's going to be like this the whole time. I'm going to run the whole game. So you know, you got to definitely pump the fluids the day before the game and get ready to run.
And what's the most fun part about playing?
Just shooting. You know, there's a ton of shots a game. I think Boston's average like 60-some shots a game. You know, and you know, in college you see teams with 30 shots a game, so it's double that. And you know, you get a freedom to sort of go out there, dodge and shoot, and you know, play within an offense, but sort of do your own thing at the same time. And guys are willing to do it and play with each other. It's a really freelance, fun league.
The Eastern Conference is kind of bunched up as you guys head towards the All-Star break and then towards the playoffs. What's going to be the key for you guys to get to the championship game?
I think the most important thing for us so far is just staying consistent. You know, I've played in 4 games now, and each game we've played great at some points, and then we've sort of leveled off and stooped below what we think we can do. And that's one thing we've talked about each game. And you know, we're 3-1 since I've been on the team, and you know, the 3 games that we've won, we've had 2 really, really good quarters where we think we're playing our best ball, and then we've let down a little bit. And then this past game where we lost to Philly, they jumped on us really early and got up 12-5, and then we made a pretty good comeback. So we got to really put 4 quarters together of good lacrosse.
How's the team been working to develop chemistry? Because as you said, inconsistency might be a byproduct of not being together throughout an entire week and practicing.
Well, you know, it's something that I find a little bit different about our team. And one thing that I thought about coming into this league was that, you know, you're not spending every day together in the locker room like you do in college, but these guys on the team are really close, and it's something I didn't expect, you know, but it's fun. As soon as I got there, everyone was really welcoming to me, and we've just been playing ball and having fun doing it, and that's what it's all about. As far as chemistry goes, you got to have fun, and you got to want to play with each other and help each other out, and so that's what Boston's all about.
Well, so you can check the progress of the Cannons after the All-Star break and to the championship weekend, and also Paul's progress on InsideLacrosse.com.